LinkedIn's often thought of as a magic bullet. New LinkedIn members will get on there and they'll subscribe to Sales Navigator or Business Premium, and they think, based on lots of misperceptions, that all the opportunities will just start to happen. And they get these misperceptions in part because there's 1.2 billion people using LinkedIn, in part because of all of the power built into the LinkedIn and the Sales Navigator platform. And this misperception is fueled by marketing and fueled by all of the what I refer to as less than authentic LinkedIn trainers and strategists and consultants out there who promise great success that they can make happen for unsuspecting LinkedIn members. Yeah, 1 billion people using LinkedIn is a huge platform. Yeah, 30 million jobs listed on LinkedIn is a huge platform to be looking at that kind of data. And yes, LinkedIn and Business Premium and Sales Navigator are very powerful tools, but they're not magic bullets. And like any other tool, the results occur when you use the tools properly. I break LinkedIn down into 3 pieces. The first piece is research. This is vital. LinkedIn and Sales Navigator are the new research tools that in many different ways have replaced or become the primary tools, where in the past we relied on tools like ThomasNet and we Dun & Bradstreet and Hoover's, et cetera, et cetera. And today, through LinkedIn and Sales Navigator, there is lots of information in this system that we can, for lack of a better word, harvest through research. We can find companies, we can find different industries, we can find people with insights and thought leaders that we never would have been able to discover before. And yeah, we can do research on company trends and their growth, and we can do research on industries and identify decision makers and hiring managers, et cetera, et cetera. There's just an unbelievable amount of data there that we can use to make informed decisions of the next things we do and the next use of LinkedIn. And too often, most people skip this step. They skip the research. And regardless of what you're using LinkedIn for, whether you're trying to form a partnership, you're selling, you're looking for a new job, or you're trying to develop stronger relationships with your clients, if you skip this step, you miss a huge value proposition that LinkedIn can provide for you. The second purpose of LinkedIn is branding. And it's a combination of personal and professional branding. And too often, most LinkedIn members don't really think this through. They fail to look at their LinkedIn profile as a branding statement, as a branding document, as a public document for the world to glean insights into and about you. They fail to use their LinkedIn profile to communicate who they are, what they do, what they can do, what their passions are, what their experiences and skills and their successes are relevant to what they want people to know about them. And often you have 2 things that happen with LinkedIn profiles. Either they put nothing, or they minimize what they put on there, or they put everything on there. And either one of those 2 activities are just a failure for that professional branding. And even more importantly, in some respects, than your LinkedIn profile, because no one's going to read your entire LinkedIn profile, even though there's lots of fabulous data down below. Beyond that, your personal and professional branding comes from your engagement, your content. It comes from your posts and your articles, your videos, and if you choose to do newsletters or a company page or services pages, on and on and on, all of these different components of LinkedIn play a huge role in your branding. And most people don't look at it that way, and they fail to get the value that they would hope to get from LinkedIn. I see two really big examples of failure in this context of branding from LinkedIn. You get the LinkedIn members who want to get on there and they want to think that everybody is important to them, or they are important to everybody. They get on there and they get into every conversation about everything, and that totally diminishes their brand and totally misses the opportunity of developing a real relationship, a real connection with the right people. And then there's a whole other group of people on LinkedIn who get on there and they build a lackluster at best LinkedIn profile. They may connect with a few people and they do nothing else. And then they either wonder why LinkedIn is not creating value for them, or they don't care because it is not creating value for them. And the reality is, for those two people, the real magic happens somewhere in the middle, where you purposefully engage with the right people about the right conversations, where you purposely share content that's relevant and focused on your ideal client, your target audience, about topics that are important and meaningful to them. And by the way, none of that has to take a lot of time. And the third, maybe in some respects more important use of LinkedIn, is your ability and your focus on purposeful connections and networking. LinkedIn is at the core of it. It's a networking tool. And too often you get LinkedIn members who get on there and they connect with a few people, or that you have the other extreme, which is absolutely ludicrous. They send out LinkedIn invites to every Tom, Dick, Harry, and Betty, and they hope and pray those people connect with them. And more often than not, people who don't know you will either not connect with you, or they'll hit the connect button and then they'll never want anything to do with you. You know, LinkedIn works best when you start connecting where you are today. And what I mean by that is you make sure you start by building a LinkedIn network that parallels the network you have outside of LinkedIn. You connect with people who already know you. You connect with people who already trust, respect, and like you. You connect with people you meet along the way. That is the strongest, most powerful way to network on LinkedIn. Because when you build a tribe on LinkedIn of people who know you, trust, respect, and like you, who would be, willing to accept your message, willing to get in a conversation with you, those people become vital. Those people become the essence of the next phase of networking, because now you have a group of people who are willing to help you. They're willing to make what I call organic introductions. They're willing to accept your request to make an introduction. They're willing to tell other people about you, your value, your skills, your passion, and why you could be beneficial and or helpful to others. It's those introductions, again, whether organic or requested, that create the next opportunity, create the potential of having a real conversation with someone. And while you're building this LinkedIn network, you have to nurture that network. And too often, LinkedIn members get on there and they don't think about that. They don't think it's important. They think it's below them to spend time to wish someone a happy birthday or congratulations on that accomplishment or that career goal, et cetera, et cetera. And those are vital steps to nurturing relationships. And there's lots of ways of doing that. And engage on their content, direct messaging, invite them to coffee, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's that nurturing, again, that is vital on LinkedIn to be able to move to the next step. And here's another point that is important to know as a counter to that misperception that LinkedIn's a magic bullet. And that is this: the most meaningful results from LinkedIn actually happen off of LinkedIn. Yeah, we use LinkedIn to do research and to be visible and to be discovered. And we use LinkedIn to make connections and to get introduced to others. Those are big steps, big pieces of LinkedIn. But the best use of LinkedIn messaging is simply to spark interest, to uncover interest, and then to ask, does it make sense to have another conversation? Does it make sense to take this thought and move it deeper into a stronger conversation? Then what we need to do is get off of LinkedIn. Move these conversations to what I refer to as in real life, or kneecap to kneecap, or at the very least to a visual Zoom or maybe Teams conversation. Move those conversations off of LinkedIn, because nothing gets decided on LinkedIn. No contracts get signed on LinkedIn. Decision makers do not make decisions through LinkedIn messaging. They make these decisions. We do these activities in real life. So remember this: LinkedIn and Sales Navigator are not magic bullets. Instead, they are powerful tools for research and for professional visibility and branding, and for very purposeful networking. And when used properly, with really thoughtful decisions about how you do things on LinkedIn, they help create the conversations where real opportunities begin.